Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. So in today's video, I'm going to go over some of the things that we learned in chapter 13, our chapter on adjectives. And as you know, we have our test today, and this PPT and video will cover absolutely everything you need to know for the test. As you have probably noticed, this is the test. It will have two parts. You might have also seen that the first part is just, the only question is write your name. So all you gotta do is write your name, press next, and then this test will start. So this will be the first part, which is adjectives, adverbs, and conjunctions. And then when you go on to the next, we have the special forms for good and bad and comparing with more, most, less, and least. Looks like a lot, but it's not, I promise. We're gonna break it down. It's just things that we were practicing for the last few weeks, okay? All right, let's get started. So the materials that you will need are this review video as well as the English textbook scans, pages 241 and 248. So this is what it looks like. This is from actually March 2nd. And we have this, which is from March 9, I believe. Oh, not the prepositions, until 248, okay? So those are the materials that you will need for the test. Now, like I said, the test will be divided into two parts, adjectives, adverbs, conjunctions, and the special forms, good and bad, more, most, less, least. I might divide this video into two parts. We'll see how it goes. So let's start with reviewing part 1, adjectives, adverbs, and conjunctions. So, what is the difference, first of all, between adjectives and adverbs? Simply put, adverbs describe verbs, hence the word verb is hidden in here. So adverbs describe verbs and adjectives describe nouns. For example, let's go back to adverbs. In these examples here, the verb is ran, right? The adverb will tell you how he runs. He ran quickly, he ran slowly, he ran fabulously, he ran crazily, he ran sadly. So every single adverb kind of gives you a different picture. Other examples, spontaneously, robotically, jealously, boldly, quickly. Those are adverbs. These words describe the verb ran, running, just an action. Adjectives are different. They describe nouns, person, place, thing, or idea. So, happy baby, small baby, big baby, smart baby, cute baby, Korean baby, chubby baby. All different words that describe a baby or babies. So all of these words describe the noun. Which noun? Baby. Baby is a person, place, thing, or idea. It's a person. Other adjective examples. Light. So this box is light. This bag is heavy. This pillow is soft. And this brick is hard. So adjectives describe nouns. Now that we've reviewed those, let's actually go ahead and do a practice. I want you to actively try to participate and answer the questions, even though I know that I can't technically see you or hear you. So, first practice. What is the adjective in this sentence? Miss Oak bought a red shirt for the dog. Now, I know that in class we talked about all the demonstratives as well, such as this, that, the, and the articles like and, but in this case, I just want you to look at the adjective that describes the noun shirt. So what is the adjective here that describes shirt? If you said red, you are correct. Red is the adjective here because it is describing shirt. All right, second example. Number 2. Find the adjective that describes the noun treats. Miss Oak bought 8 treats for the dog. What is the adjective here? If you said 8, it's correct. So yes, numbers can be adjectives. Adjectives do tell you how many things are. So Miss Oak bought 8 treats for the dog. 8 is the adjective that describes the noun treats. How many treats? 8. What kind of treats? Like that. Now, shifting gears, we're gonna close the curtain. New scene, adverbs. So what kind of questions can adverbs answer? This picture gives you a few. It answers the question when, to what extent, where, in what manner, and how. So let's actually look at this in an example. So let's practice. The first question here, find the adverb this time. My friend bought a new computer yesterday. Remember the questions are here. So look for the word that answers these questions. Well, first, what's the verb? The verb is bought, to buy something. And what's the adverb here? Yesterday. Yesterday is the adverb because it answers the question when. When did he buy it? He bought it yesterday. So yesterday describes bought. Okay? Yeah, so the questions again, when, to what extent, where, in what manner, and how. So let's move on to the second example. What's the adverb here? My friend used his computer excitedly. So again, the verb here actually is used. Now what word accompanies used? The adverb is, drumroll, excitedly, because it answers the question how. How did he use the computer? Excitedly. He didn't use it sadly. He used it excitedly. So that's the adverb. Now, moving on to conjunctions. Completely different. So I made about 2 videos on conjunctions. I'll actually link it down below in case you want to rewatch it if you're confused, because these can be very tricky. I know we talked about it last week in Zoom, I believe. So basically, they're words that connect to words, phrases, or simple sentences. These are the most common ones that I see. The fanboys, for and nor, but, or, yet, so. And just gotta remember that if you use a conjunction, you're able to make a compound subject or compound predicate, compound sentences. And remember that series list different adjectives or adverbs or direct objects. And remember that with conjunctions, you have to use commas when necessary. The commas come before. There's a lot of information. Let's actually practice because that's going to be the useful part. So let's try this. Combine the pair of simple sentences to make a compound sentence and use the conjunction in parentheses. So you're trying to combine these 2 sentences together using this conjunction. And don't forget the comma. I actually want you to try writing it down on a piece of paper and then pause the video, write it down, and then play it again. Ready? So it should be something like this. The cat reached for the mouse, but the mouse ran away quickly. So we combine the 2 sentences using a comma and the conjunction. So now it is a compound sentence. All right. And the part that a lot of people had trouble with, which I completely understand because it is extremely confusing, is that a conjunction can connect a lot of different things. What can they connect? It can connect sentences, subjects, direct object, predicates and verbs, which are the same, basically, adverbs, adjectives, and a series of words. If this might actually look familiar to you, remember when we did this in Zoom, we had to circle this conjunction, add a comma, and then write down here what it's connecting. Does that ring a bell? So just wanted to quickly go over this before I move on to the next part. So a conjunction can connect these things. I got the examples here. For example, sentences, I cut the nuts and mom melted the chocolate. This word is connecting two sentences. We know this because if I cut this part out and just wrote I cut the nuts, is that a sentence? Yes, it is. What about if I took this part out? Mom melted the chocolate. Is that a sentence? Yes, it is. That is why this conjunction is connecting two sentences. Subject, as you already know, are the main words of the sentence, what it's about. Two subjects here. Direct object answers what and who after the verb. So, what did dad buy? Ice cream and sprinkles. Predicates are basically like verbs, washed and wiped. Adverbs, adjectives, we just talked about. And series of words is like a list. So we invited our friends, families, teachers, and pets. So this is a lot of information. I did not expect you to memorize everything. This is just going to take practice. You're going to get better every single time. So just review it and you'll be fine. Now I'm going to cut the video short here and do a part 2 video to talk about the part 2 of the test. So I'll see you in just a few seconds.